Hey guys, welcome back to another Remnant 2 build guide. I'm back at it. I hope you guys are enjoying the DLC as much as I am. And I just want to bring this new build for you guys. Well, I actually updated build for the healing medic. You guys know that mainly do support healing builds, and the feedback that I've gotten from you guys from my previous videos has been amazing. So let's get right into it. We're still with the medic class, but now that we got the new archetype warden, we're going to be using this as part of our healing, but also for survivability. So I went over the medic skills in my previous videos, but I'll go over it really quick. You have invigorated, where you get 25% damage, all damage, and 5% crit chance. Increase relic efficacy by 15%. And heals nearby allies for 30% of the total healing value, and you increase it by 60% for any ally that's below 35% max health on relic use. Backbone, increases the hits medic can take before losing gray health by 2, and Benefactor increases relic use speed by 20%, and relic use gains -1 stagger. So, and we're gonna go with redemption. The reason why is not only for the healing, but listen, you can't prevent one shots on your allies as a healer, so you still got to revive. So this gives you, if you're not able to reach them in time, you just pop this really quick and revive them. And then we're gonna go with the warden. The warden is actually really cool. So instead of the shield drone, we're actually going with the heal drone. And what you're gonna do is you want to put it on yourself. And this helps whenever you're getting hit like 3 or 4 times and you're getting staggered. The drone's going to heal you for a lot of health, because we're going to have a lot of health. And also, as you're reviving people, you'll gain that stagger, that -1 stagger. But also, if you're getting hit while you're trying to revive, it's also going to heal you. So it's just, and also when you have the drone on you, you're going to gain an extra 10% relic use speed. It actually makes quite a difference, and I'm going to show you a demonstration. And for the perks, you have galvanize again, so increase all damage by 25% and crit hit chance. So within these two, you have 50% all increase all damage and 10% critical hit chance. Safeguard, the warden's drone gain 1 stack of bulwark and increases healing effectiveness by 10%. This helps you since you're the one who's going to be the warded target. So you're going to get an extra 10% healing effectiveness towards yourself. And also 1 stack of bulwark, which is nice. Contingency, so whenever you drop below 25%, you're going to gain a 28.8% shield based over your max health. This happens once every 30 seconds, so you could literally have this up most of the time because you're not going to be hitting that threshold. This is only like a contingency plan whenever you go below 25% health. And then energize on relic use, you grant a shield. What I like about this is every time you use a relic, you're going to gain that shield, so you're going to be able to heal your entire health pool, even if you're getting hit multiple times. So that's really cool. And with the trait, it says barrier, increase shield amount by 15%. Let's just go over the traits really quick. So we're going with triage and barrier, right, from the two class perks. We're gonna class traits. We're gonna go with fortify. More armor means more damage reduction. Vigor, more health for your healing. Bark skin, damage reduction. Amplitude is gonna be, which I'll show you later, is for your healing skill and your mods. And this helps a lot because not only you do want to heal, but you want to support your allies and do damage, right? I mean, you're not going to be doing the most cracked damage, but at least you could be this support healer DPS type of playstyle. Expertise for skill cooldown and spirit for mod power generation. going with the one of the newer traits, chakra. The mod duration helps, and I'll show you why it helps. It helps with the two weapons we're using. We're going with glutton for the relic use speed, an extra 35%, and also revivalist. So for the build, we're going with the crimson set, because I just think it's the coolest armor in the game. We're still keeping the resonating heart. I still think this is the best healing heart, even though they kind of nerfed Burden of the Divine, but it still does its job. We are changing our amulet. A lot of people are going with, oh my god, we need more health, more health, more health. Go with Rusted Navigator's Pendant, but I don't think we need it. There is such a thing as too much healing where it doesn't even matter, and again, it would not prevent your allies getting one shot. So with the new boss rush mode, and what I've experienced is, even if you have your medic as your prime perk, right? You're restoring one relic every 250 total health. You can still run out of relics sometimes, especially if you're trying to keep your allies alive and pre-proc resonating hard for the overheal and all these things. Um, we're going with the keepsake amulet. And what this does is, on relic use, you're going to gain a stack of Color the Dough for 30 seconds. You can stack this up to 5 times, meaning you use a relic 5 times, you'll have 5 stacks. So what does the stack do? It increases your movement speed by 4% per stack, so max 20% movement speed. And whenever the 30 seconds is ended, you're going to gain 1 relic charge per stack. Meaning, so if I pop a relic, as you can see, I have the stack right here, and we get the movement speed, and it's a 30-second duration. Now we pop another relic, it goes back to 30 seconds, and now we gain 2 stacks. So if we keep doing this up to 5, as you can see, we have 5 stacks, 20% movement speed, and we just used up 5 relics. What's the cool thing about this is, as you're healing, you're gaining your relics back because of the Medic Prime perk, and you can still use relics even though you're at 5 stacks, because you're also gaining more relic charges. What's the best thing now is, in the next 5 seconds, you're about to gain all your relics back. 2, 1, bam. Now you have 10 relics back. Your 10 relics back. And you could just repeat the process over again, right? So I think this is really cool. You know, if you don't have this, obviously you could go with Nimwe's Ribbon. But I actually like this one a lot. I found myself, even in doing Boss Rush Apocalypse, I just don't run out of relics anymore. And as the 30 seconds is still going, and you need to pop a quick heal, you could always pop Redemption, right? Since it's up. Since it'll be up, and you only use this at like necessity, not, you don't need to spam it. All right, it's on a 92-second cooldown, so you don't need to spam this. Just use it accordingly. So that's why I like this amulet a lot, and it's been working out tremendously. We're going with Burden of the Divine, Seal of the Empress, and Ring of the Robust. Let me just pop a Mudtooth Elixir, because that's where our stats are going to be. Our real stats are coming in. So it went from 187 health to 209 health, right? And you want to be above 200 for the, you don't. I mean, going to 225, 230. I mean, it helps, but minuscule. It helps, but again, you're overhealing. And for the last ring, we're going with Blessed Ring, because we have the Warden, right? And because we get that Bulwark stack. What Bulwark does is it gives us damage reduction. So right now, as you can see, with the full set on, Crimson set, and 1 stack of Bulwark, we have 62% damage reduction. If we pop a Relic, we're going to gain another 2 stacks of Bulwark for more damage reduction. So we go from 62.1% to 67.2%. I think that's pretty good. It's just shy of 70, but we're gonna get to 70 when I show you my relic fragments. Once it's fully maxed out, obviously you'll reach 70%. So that's why I went with Blessed Ring. Again, you could have went with right here, Dead King's Memento for the more health. You go to 225 with the Mud Tooth Elixir, but again, I don't think you need it. And now for the guns. We're going with the Monolith, and this is where our DPS supporting comes into play. So when you have sustained fire or you pop your mod, the enemies are going to gain what's called exposed. Exposed means they receive 15% additional damage. Now, amplitude helps with Sandstorm with the mod. It goes from 5 meters to 7.5 meters, so bigger radius. And on top of that, with the mod duration, it goes from 15 seconds to 19.5 seconds, almost 20 seconds. And the reason why I went with Twisting Wounds is because for some reason, a lot of bosses now are spawning with empathy, which is absolutely ridiculous. But what empathy does is every time you use a relic, they're also the enemy is going to gain health. The boss is going to gain health. Now, to prevent this, you need to proc bleed on them. And what better way to proc bleed than Twisting Wounds, right? So you proc bleed using Twisting Wounds on your weapon. Empathy is absolutely useless with the boss. So they won't be healing as much, if anything, when you pop your relic. If you don't want to use Twisting Wounds and you don't care, Spellweaver is very good because it gives you an extra 15% skill cooldown based off of your total mod requirement, which is 1500. So, and you get more mod damage and more mod generation by 15% for 10 seconds when you activate the skill. But, we don't need it, so we'll go with Twisting Wounds. The Dark Matter Gauntlets, which is by far one of the best melee weapon in the game, I believe. Just for the sole fact of the Kamehameha Beam, which is this, right? So, I like this if you want to do even more damage. And you put Steadfast because it's a charged melee attack to do the beam, and you'll gain 10% damage reduction, and you won't get staggered out of it. So even if you're getting hit, you're not going to get staggered out of it. And then we're going to go with the Nebula with the Harmonizer Mutator. And same thing, the mod duration, it goes from 15 seconds to 19.5 seconds. And so that's the build, and I'll go over the relics really quick. So I chose for the fragments, health bonus, health, right? It helps with the healing, and then revive speed. Since we're not using the dog anymore, the handler, we just wanted to have a little bit more revive speed. And for the prism, this is kind of like we're in the direction you want to go. So we have here damage reduction and armor, and these two are gonna fuse together once I get it to fuse. Cleric, which is healing effectiveness and consumable use speed. These guys fuse together. Revitalize, which is health regeneration and skill cooldown. These two are gonna these fuse together. Skill duration, and then you're gonna use mod duration as well. So that's gonna fuse together. So you're gonna get 15% skill duration and 15% mod duration once it's maxed out. So they're gonna fuse together. And then for the last fragment you wanna put in your prism will be another health bonus for the 10%. So it will get you to about 230 or a little over 230 max health, which is phenomenal as well. Let me show you. So let me just quickly show you the bulwark stacks. I already did that. The relic use speed. So why I like the healing drone really quick is so you have that, right? It's fast, but when you sorry. Now Hold on. That was fast. So without the drone, this is the speed. It's relatively fast, but when you pop the drone, it's just slightly faster. I mean, it's a 10% increase, but I think it helps. Um, so yeah, so just look at the stats here. Total DR when you have your bulwark stacks and everything going for you, you have 67% DR. 10% crit chance. What else? You got your U speed, relic U speed 70%, moderation, healing effectiveness. This is gonna go up as we upgrade our prism. Movement speed 20% at max stacks of the dough. And yeah, an aura size, AoE size. So that's the build, guys. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Give me some feedback. But this is gonna help you guys in Apocalypse and in Boss Rush. All right, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.